Okay, now it's working. Now it's working. Welcome, everybody. We are live. I think you can see me and hear me as well. So, hi, Carmen. Thank you for coming back. Sorry, guys. Somehow everything is very hot. It's very hot. There's a lot happening, and I mean, it's showing here with technology. And I was about to go live, and all the fire alarms in my house went off. Wah, 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 wah. Smoke everywhere, and the toaster had burned and almost exploded. Can you imagine that? Everything always happens for a reason. So that was pretty crazy. Then I tried to go live, and the camera didn't show. So the heat is on. The heat is on, guys. Not only here, in the whole world. And that's why I wanted to go live with an energy update, my friends. It's time. I feel we really have to talk, and I feel we have to keep in communication because it's getting to be pretty crazy out there. So let me see who we have. BC, Canada. Oh, Corinne, what are they doing to our beautiful province, eh? I'll talk about that. Montana, Miami, Florida, Lightworker here. Hello, Aussie love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Michelle. Alberta, Canada. You know, I may be coming your way. Barbiesnet, I might be coming your way. It might be the only option right now. Minnesota, Fort Lauderdale, BC, Canada. Quebec. Yes, Dyla! Texas. I think that may be a place I need to come as well. Please talk about Australia. Okay, so how are you guys doing? Yes, I know it's been a while, Elroy. I know. How are you guys doing? How is the situation in your neck of the woods, in your place in the world? Toronto, New York. Ooh, yes. Well, if you guys watched my last video, do you remember I was out on the dock? Everything was still fine in my neck of the woods. I was saying, bring it on, I'm ready. 2 days later, it was brought on. Right? I was telling you how no matter what happens, use it as a springboard to move into higher timelines. And now I'm being tested if I can walk my talk. Because it's happening here, right? Thank you, Era, Mary, Vincent. Hello, everybody. So let's see if we can walk the talk. So for those of you who don't know, 2 days ago, out of the blue, suddenly, like, my beautiful province of British Columbia in Canada on the West Coast was hit with government mandates. But hit so hard, my friends, so hard. And I mean, I haven't seen this hardness of mandates. And this is just starting. So what happened here is they're putting down laws that all non-essential services, that's how it's starting now. Well, actually, no, it started with our dear Prime Minister saying that all government employees will be mandated to take the jab. And all government employees means teachers, post office workers, a lot of people. The Canadian government is the biggest employer. So that's how it started. And I mean, I don't want this to be political. I'm just telling you what's happening over here in this side of the world because I've been observing everything. And a few weeks ago, I was so happy. I was saying, yay, we put down a law that nothing will be mandated. I was so happy. But that happiness was very short-lived. So we're actually having a snap election in Canada, to vote for the new prime minister, for the new party, for the new seats in parliament, because our prime minister wants to mandate these things in a very heavy way. So he's saying, you guys can choose, let's have a snap election. So that's how it started. And then 2 days ago in my province, they're putting a mandate out for all non-essential services. But here's the deal, my friends. There's no exemptions at all. If you've had the plague, if you have antibodies, if you have any exemptions, medical, if you can't get the jab no matter what, there is no exemptions. There's no medical bills. There's nothing. You have to have 2 shots of the jab no matter what, no exceptions at all. Or else you can't go to the pool, you can't go to restaurants, you can't go to anything non-essential, any gatherings. That's how it's starting right now. No exemptions, guys. I mean, I thought Germany was hard, or other countries, but in those countries, you can still show the pass with a negative test or an exemption, or if you've had it or something. But here there is 0 exemptions, 0. So even those of you who may have had this and have recovered from it, now you have to get this as well. Like, so that's what's been happening. No exemption. I mean, and I must say, I was shocked. I was shocked and I was angry. I was stomping around the supermarket, like getting really loud. That was my reaction, my friends. So remember when I say, when something happens, let the emotion move through you. Let the emotion move through me. And it moved through me big time. And I took 1 day or half a day to really like understand what was going on. And then my friends and family, it was hitting everybody. It was hitting everybody, right? So I thought, wow, like that was, I mean, I'm not really surprised because we know who rules the world. We know those power structures. We know this. But when it hits you personally, you know, it's a hit. It's a hit. And I have felt with all of you in different countries who already have been hit really hard, right? So, and you know that I am for every single person making their choice how they want. I'm not damning anyone who's getting this, who's not getting this. I am saying whatever you need to do in the moment, what is right for you, do it and I will support you. And you let me do what I want to do, right? That's how I feel. So if you are there and you're saying, no, I've done it, I've not done it, whatever you have done or not done, if you want to wear this or don't want to wear this, it is your choice. And I respect this 100%. And I support you 100% in your choice always, because who am I to play God? I can't play God either. We cannot play God, right? So that's what happened. And I made a couple of notes here. It's like, and some of you are saying, what is my opinion? Do I really have to? Do you not know what my opinion is? I mean, I made a video about it 2 videos back, that any mandate, no matter what it is, any mandate is tyranny, is dictatorship. Mandates are against our constitutions, against our freedoms. We know this already. I mean, I stand by this 100%. Nobody has the one answer. No human has the one answer to anything. And the interesting thing, I always find it so interesting how people who are putting on mandates, do they really know the responsibility they're putting on their shoulders? What if they're wrong? What if the solution they have is not the right solution, or not the only solution, or only a partial solution, and they're forcing everyone to take this solution? That is a huge responsibility. And that is playing God. And it's interesting how that science, their science, the authorities, the science that they take as true, is now the new religion. Have you ever seen Catholic masses? Do you know what the Pope wears? They wear white robes. In the Middle Ages, not until not too long ago, if you were not a Catholic, you were burned at the stake. You were segregated. Now who's wearing the white robes? Who wears white robes or white coats? The doctors, the people in the labs, they wear the white suits. That's our new religion. Science is our new religion, right? It is. It is. And if you don't pray to this religion, accept this religion, then you're out of society. Like, we have not changed much. We haven't changed. And who is the new pope? Who's the new pope? Bill Gates. Bill Gates is the new pope, and science is the new religion, right? And if we don't agree with it, we get burned at the stake, or burned with doing this and maybe getting harm from it, right? So what's happening in Australia is cruel, absurd, and frightening. You don't know your country anymore. Beautiful. Oh yes, I was thinking, wow, my beautiful British Columbia, which I've learned to love, who I've lived here for quite a long time. You know, my partner, he was saying, wow, my beautiful British Columbia, the province I love, where I was born, that they're doing this to me is unbelievable, right? So it's like we're regressing. We are regressing. And it's just, I mean, I don't have to say this. I think it's very, very sad. But, you know what? You know what? It's hit me, but you know what I'm going to do after that initial reaction? And this is what I want to talk about. How can you react? What to do? This is happening to a lot of us, and perhaps more restrictions are going to start coming down in more places. And after the initial shock, I think we all go through this. A strong spell cast upon mankind. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I've made so many videos about that. It is a spell. It is a spell. But the question is, like, we can talk about the theory of this for hours, but the question is, what can you do? What can I do right now? How can we deal with this? I am in the blessed position that I do not have a job that depends on it, because you guys are my job. You are my job, right? So I have more freedom that way. But I know a lot of you depend on the systems and the rules for your livelihood, for the bread on your table, to put your children in school. So it's always a question of what to do with it. And I mean, I can only tell you in a spiritual way, the spiritual answer. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do physically, because the spiritual answer always is that you must stay aligned to your true soul, to your inner self, to your higher self. You must be in contact with your soul. You must be aligned. You must be grounded. If you know who you are, then you can make the right choice for yourself in every single moment. And that's truly the answer. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you, leave your job, move away. I can't tell you, take your children out of school. I can't tell you exactly what to do, but I can tell you, if you stay true to your soul, then saying no to something will open other doors. This is what happened to me. I was angry. I was mad. I asked my guides to come in. My guides came in so strongly, and they showed me my timeline right now. My timeline is, I always want to be on the highest timeline. They showed me my timeline, and they said, anything that switches and changes your timeline, anything that is negative that comes in, needs to come in, because you need to switch to a higher timeline, and you need to deviate from the one you're on right now to go into a higher timeline. And that sometimes can show up as a negative phenomena. It can be very uncomfortable. It can be a hit. Like, why did suddenly the toaster start burning? Very interesting. There's always a reason. There's always an energetic reason for everything that happens in your life. And this is happening in my life. And I woke up the next day super excited, saying, wow, this is a key piece for me to catapult into a new state of being, into a new situation, maybe into a new place. This is I would say, a key for me, or a trigger for me to transform even more. Because I'm not going to bow my head, say, yes, do it. I have to go swimming. I mean, I told you that my line, the red line for me, is the pool. If I can't go swimming, then I'm out of there. Then something has to change. And that's what's going to happen. I can't go to the pool anymore. I can't go swimming. Okay? For me, it's a very easy choice. If I can't go swimming, I'm going to look for a place where I can go swimming. And I'm not going to get this either, because it's not aligned for me, right? So Tasmaric Music says, just working my last 4 weeks in my jobs with nothing with NHS in UK. Gotta trust there's a better way forward for me. Yes. And I salute you, Tamarisk. for staying true to your soul, and for being fearless. But I also have to say to you, and I know you guys love Lori Ladd and Phil Good, I love them too, and everything they say is always so aligned to what I am saying. And they've been saying it, and I'm saying it too. That whatever is right for you in the moment, with your personal situation, with your personal frequency, with what feels right to you, what you can do, what you cannot do, you do that, even if it's different than what I am doing. We know there is an agenda behind this. We know the jab is not good. Inherently, we know there's bad substances, there's agendas, there's all kinds of stuff. But for those of you who are saying, then I can't, but for those of you who feel you're in a situation where it's different, I want to remind you of something. I want to remind you that the whole of humanity in our whole history in the last 10,000 years has been built on negative, dark agendas. We are living in them right now. We've been thrown around and oppressed with so many agendas in the past, and we're still here. Many people have had to do what they had to do. They had to, make choices within these agendas, and they're still there. So if you feel that it's okay, that you're strong, you're guided, and it's okay for you, it's positive for you to get this, and I'm not saying don't, I'm saying do. I'm saying do it. If your soul, your guides tell you this is the way I need to go, then go that way, and you will survive this. Right? You guys know what I mean. I'm not promoting this in any way, shape, or form. And I will never get this, because for me, I'm in my path, my empowerment, where I have other options. And I know this. And I've gone this spiritual path for the last 10 years, and I've built up my manifestation power, my empowerment, that I know exactly what I can and can't do. And I know that I'm empowered right now to say no. But you have to make your choice. You have to make your own personal choice in the moment, with strength, with conviction, with power, saying, I've got this. And whatever choice you make, be blessed. You've got this. Do you understand this? Do you understand? So you have to do what you have to do. And I will never condemn this. And no one else should condemn what your choice is. And I've put out a beautiful meditation against side effects of this or any other medicines. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That the question is what to do. You have to make a choice. You have to go deep within yourself. You have to, and this is what I've been trying to promote, or help you get closer to your soul essence, help you tune in to your own divinity, help you become sovereign. A year ago, I did a video where I was over the ocean reclaiming our sovereignty, right? Remember that video? Your own sovereignty. And we are each in a different path regarding that sovereignty. And each of us have different beliefs. Each of us think differently, react differently to physical and mental things. So I encourage you to before you make a decision, just take some time, tune into your soul, tune into your guides, ask, and you will receive an answer of what the best thing for you to do is in this very moment. Even if it is right now, I got to take this, maybe one, to survive. And if you feel that's the right thing to do what you feel is right. And then maybe you can buy some time to find a way out of that situation, just as an example. So I love you all, and I support you all in every single choice that you are making in the moment to survive this, right? Do you understand that? So that's the question. We know there's an agenda. We know all this bad stuff, but then we are here in like this. Oh, okay. What do I do now? So the important thing is not what the agenda is. The important thing is not what happens around you in your life. The important thing is how you respond to it. The important thing is how strong you stand in your power, in your conviction, in your choice in the moment. Anything can happen. Like, I'm so in my power. If I'm going to travel. I'm just about booked my tickets to travel around the world. I will keep you updated. And if in the worst case scenario, I get this virus, and it's possible that I get it, and I will deal with it in an empowered way and I will be okay. If in some weird country they throw me on the ground and inject me with whatever they want, that can happen. And I will stand in my power and I will say, bring it on. That's the thing, bring it on. I'm saying, bring it on, bring it on. And I'm standing so in my power that nothing can touch me in reality. And I will go through anything and I'll come out the other side stronger than before. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. You have the virus and you feel great. Good for you. Good for you. Come to the Netherlands. We are strong. And that's the thing. No matter what you believe and what you do, you're a divine empowered soul living this human experience. And every choice you make is important. Every single little choice that you make is very, very important. You have to stay true to yourself. And if you feel that you're in a community who's the anti-vaxxers and you have to please them and not take it, no. If you're bullied by your government to feel that you must take it, no. Go within yourself and make your own choice and stand strong with anything that comes. That's how I truly feel about it, right? And you've been doing HCQ, quercetin, zinc anyways. You're already vaccinated. Okay, I shouldn't say that word, but who cares anyways? You got it last year in March. You are fine. Major headaches, difficulty with my lungs, but you are fine. Hi, South Korea. Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful comments. And I just want to tell you that being empowered is everything. So what I made these notes here, okay? So what am I going to do? What am I going to do now that this is happening? Well, I've been standing in my divine flow and power so strongly that the universe is opening up opportunities and the divine flow is manifesting already. And this is to show you, if you always stand in your truth and always believe and look at your higher timeline, like I am living here, but I'm living in my higher timeline too. I am living in what is not yet, which is even better than now. And I'm living in all dimensions. And this is what happened. I've been booking my flights and looking to leave around the end of September. And I almost booked my flight. I was just checking. I'm going to leave maybe the 20th, 21st of September. And these restrictions are coming down on the 13th of September suddenly. So, do you think that's a coincidence that I already have my plans to go to Germany for a couple of months? And in Germany, where I live, my mom's saying, it's really lax here. It's not that bad. It's a small village. You can still, if you want, if anyone has a problem, you could do a little test. You spit in a thing, cost €4, no problem. So I'm like, that is, again, the divine timing and the divine flow showing up for me and telling me, Natasha, you're going to be okay. You're not going to have to linger for 2 or 3 months here in this province, not being able to go out, go anywhere, go to a swimming pool or go do what you want to do. My divine flow and timing has already provided for me to be flying now. I haven't left for about 10 months. And right now when I'm flying, the restrictions are coming in. A couple days later, I'm out of here. You see? That is one example of your highest timeline manifesting always for you. And the divine flow of life, the paradise matrix, your guides, your best life providing for you. So that is so beautiful and so important. So I'm going to travel and have plans to go, yes, to Africa. I'm going to go to Africa. All right. I'm going to go there. I don't know how yet. It's, those countries are like high risk countries, but I don't care. I'm going to book a one-way ticket, my friends. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to book a one-way ticket to Frankfurt, spend time with my mother, and then see. My next destination is Africa. Are you here? I thought I saw Stephanie. It's a different Stephanie. You saw that video about animal communication I made with Stefan, right? The animal whisperer, the elephant whisperer. He and his lovely sister have said, come, Natasha, come, we're waiting for you. So that's where I'm going next. I'm going to go down there to talk to the elephants and the lions. That's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to do, right? So there may be more to that trip, which you will find out about. Yes. So when I'm down there, we're going to do some amazing videos as well. So since this information came and I went through that half day of anguish, I am now so excited and feeling even happier because, wow, this is bringing about even more opportunities for me because I'm saying no to negative stuff. I'm saying, okay, all right, this is new information that will allow a higher timeline to open up for me, and it's bringing in more impulses for me to do more beautiful things elsewhere in the moment. And that's what's happening, right? So after that, I may fly to Mexico. And those of you who are in my course, my Starseed Origin course, and by the way, if you haven't even checked out my Starseed Origin community, what are you doing with your life, my friends? You know, I have a community and a course, and we're a community, and every week we meet live, we dive deep. And it's a 8-week course with a lot of videos where you learn psychic connection, where you learn to be a pendulum master. You're initiated into the Akashic Records. And then there's like so much material about starseeds. You will find out who you are at soul level. I mean, I haven't talked about this course for a while, but if you want to be part of the most awesome starseed community in the world, this course is the course of mine. The link is below, is where it's at. Is where it's at. I mean, tonight we're doing a live stream. I do a weekly live stream where I go into the Akashic Records and we do journeys. Last week we went to Mintaka. We saw what Mintaka Artuvia was about. I've got some questions here that we're going to talk about today. Tonight at 5:30, we have another private live stream. We're going to go into the Akashic Records and ask about the virus. That's what my members wanted to ask. That, are you there? It's like, why did this come? What is it teaching us? How can we heal from it? We're going to dive into the Akashic Records tonight and ask those questions. And I will tell you in the next video what came out of it. So if you want to open your spiritual path, this is my offer to you. Become part of my Starseed community, right? It does cost something, but I mean, you will have access forever. And these live streams are like a separate, it's almost like you get a Patreon and the best psychic development Starseed course all in one, right? So check that out, guys. Check that out. Just on the side. And I will tell you soon what we found out about the virus. We're gonna go deep. We're gonna see where it initiated. And and my students who started in the beginning, wow, they know how to read the Akashic Records now. We dive together, we get answers together. It's really amazing. How do you join? The link is below this video. Below this video is the link. So it's like, if you want to be part of a powerful manifestor community, that's it. That's it. Anyways, one thing. Okay. I was talking about my travels. So I will take you along on my journeys and show you what it's like. And I will be a living example of a spiritual, empowered soul traveling through this world of calamities and seeing how I get through it. See what happens. Whatever happens to me, I will tell you. And if you're saying, well, how do I get to that point that you're at? It's very, very simple. Start to connect with your soul. Start to connect with your higher self, your inner self. Start meditation, right? Spirituality is everything. Being consciously aware of who you are is everything. Being aligned to your soul is everything. It's everything. And that's why I created that community I talked about. And you can start today. And once you start, your life changes so fast. It's like the transformation is amazing once you start on this spiritual path. So I am open for spirit to guide me. And when you are truly aligned with your spirit and soul, in the end, it's not even like a choice you have to make. Like I told you now, I'm open. I was, and I want to tell you this. This is what I did. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys. I have it here on my phone. This is what I did. I was like, where am I guided? What am I guided to look at? And I was guided to look at different provinces in Canada and in the United States. And maybe it's interesting for some of you who are thinking this, and let's do this together. I'm going to tell you which provinces in Canada are doing what regarding mandates, so you have an idea, so you don't feel too much alone, okay? Off to sleep, says Tamarisk Music. It's okay. So this is very interesting. So stay tuned here. I'm going to show you. Let me see. I have it right here. What provinces, this is what the provinces have to say about the V passports in Canada, because I was like, what? If I have to move, maybe, is there even a province that is different? So if you guys do some research, that will trigger some ideas. And this research I did kind of triggered this opening for me to suddenly see such beautiful high timelines and possibilities. And then I thought, oh, the answer's already here. I'm flying for the next couple of months. I'll just get a one-way ticket and see what happens, right? So look at this. Look at this. British Columbia. We know already about British Columbia. Mandates, yes, very, very strong mandates. And they're going to extend this to workers in all sectors, not only government workers, obviously, right? So British Columbia, no. Alberta, look at this. Alberta is the next province over for you who don't know Canada. These are the different provinces in Canada. Alberta Premier Jason Kennedy said in July that the province won't issue vaccine passports. We've been very clear from the beginning that we will not facilitate or accept vaccine passports, Kennedy said during a Calgary stampede. Photo up on July 12th. Calgary stampede, you know what that is? That's like where the cowboys jump on bulls and horses and do their thing. So I guess Alberta is like the Canadian Texas. Like the other day I said, let's buy a cowboy hat and a gun and go to Texas. I bet the Texans don't let anyone mess with their bodies. and guys, I'm not political. Like, I hate politics. And the only party, I've mentioned this, the only party I ever kind of knew about or kind of trusted was the Green Party. But you know what? In Canada, the Green Party is also for mandates. They're not against the mandates. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And the funny thing is, the only party in Canada that seems to be against mandates are the Conservatives. And I was like, does this mean I have to actually go and vote? I have to go and vote for the Conservatives for the first time in my life? I thought it was kind of funny, from Green to Conservative. But I think it's the same in the United States. The Conservatives are kind of against this. Like, I don't know politics. For me, I thought Green or Liberal is equal to freedom, but it's not. I don't know, guys. Don't get mad at me for talking about politics, because I am for humans. That's all I'm for. I don't care about politics. I'm for humans, and I'm for freedom. The only thing in the end that really matters to me is my freedom. You can do whatever the heck you want, but let me do what I want, or else that's where I draw the line. Politics is corrupt and stupid anyways. The system, the whole political system, I say this because I feel the system of world politics is very 3D. It's not 5D at all, no matter who's there. The whole system just doesn't work. But now I'm going to have to maybe vote. If one party says we won't mandate anything, that's what I'll vote for. That's as simple as that, right? So don't be hard on me. If you are someone who knows about politics, I don't know about politics. I know about humans. I know about universal and cosmic law. That's what I know about, all right? Yes. So I'll continue here, but one last point is that politics is very good at dividing us and making us hate each other. And that's really sad. That's why I don't like politics either, right? So whatever I say, don't let it divide me from you, please. So that's the thing. So Alberta, yes, very good. Oh, this is very interesting. So Alberta, the premier says, I believe they would in principle contravene the Health Information Act and also possibly the Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act. So Alberta is good. So if you're in Canada, Alberta seems to be more safe than the others. Saskatchewan is working on a form of vaccine passport designed to assist in international travel. Iffy. Alberta says they won't have vaccine passports, but if you do have vaccine passports, for some sort of reason, then I think it's kind of iffy. Let's continue. Stay with me. Manitoba. Oh, Manitoba launched its proof of vaccination card. Right? Issued to any fully immunized Manitoban. Here we go. The passports are also used for access to sporting events, restaurants, bars. Manitoba, no. Ontario. Last month, Ontario Premier Doug Ford ruled out the possibility of a vaccine passport for the province. The answer is no, we're not going to do it, he told reporters on July 15th. We're not going to have a split society. Unbelievable, a politician actually saying this? Wow, we're not going to have a split society. Good for you! Although Toronto Mayor John Tory has called for a provincial vaccine passport system, as has the Toronto Region Board of Trade. So I think they are split. They are split, right? Ontario, the province, Toronto, the city. Ontario, I don't think I'll go there. You see the process that I'm doing? Looking, and if those are options. And this helped me on that day when this came down upon me that BC is mandating. This helped me see, wow, okay, there are places here in Canada where I could just easily go. My partner, he has family in the next province. There's people, it's a possibility. I'm not going to have to suddenly, I have a German passport anyways, but so this is a little bit of research that I did that helped New Brunswick. No plans to bring in a passport. Oh yes, very good. New Brunswick, yes. Nova Scotia is in no rush to follow Quebec's lead, has not made a decision yet. Okay, so Nova Scotia, not so safe. Newfoundland and Labrador, they could offer a substantial public benefit, those passports, says Newfoundland and Labrador. They're iffy. They're making like a lot of blah, 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 blah. Maybe not. So PEI, beautiful Prince Edward Island. Are any of you from these places here? So this is like interesting. This is like a study on what's happening. Prince Edward Island has instituted a PEI pass, which is similar to vaccine passport, except it's only for people traveling to the province and people from PEI who are returning from another province. Okay, that's very interesting. PEI pass, but why are they doing this PEI pass? If they're actually even doing it, I don't trust it. So PEI, maybe. Yukon. I think we're not in Quebec yet. Yukon. Up there where it's cold, where the gold is. You want to become let's become gold diggers. The Yukon's privacy commissioner, blah, 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 blah. Vaccine passports must safeguard privacy and should only be used for public health measures. So she's saying yes. Nah, we don't need gold. We got crypto. We got Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going up again. Do Bitcoin, guys. Do Bitcoin. Northwest Territories. It will comply with federal requirements once decided, but it is not up to us to decide what is needed or accepted across the country. Oh, let's give our power away. Let others decide. Northwest Territories. All right. Nunavut, the new province. They said that any vaccine passports would happen at the federal level. What does that mean? What does that mean? Would happen at the federal. They're going to wait. They're not saying yes or not. Nunavut. Quebec, you guys, you asked. Quebec is absolutely yes. I don't know if I read it or not. Quebec, they have the freaking passport. Quebec and BC are the two first ones to actually have the freaking thing. We're going to have it here very soon, right? So, yeah. Yeah. BC, September 13th, need 1 jab. October 24th, need 2 jabs to go into a restaurant or gym. That's right. That's why I texted let's quickly go to all the restaurants every day and eat while we still can. It's not the restaurant's fault, right? And then I'm off to Germany, and then we'll see what happens. So that is Canada. So are you guys enjoying this? Do you want me to read something from the United States of America? I'll be quick. You want to hear? I found something here, especially for international people, right? USA, 11 bans on vaccine mandates, right? 11 states want to ban vaccine mandates with laws in their state. Now, that is very interesting. Very, very interesting. So why isn't this happening in Canada? Maybe they can't do it. But everyone who is in the United States, I think that's pretty awesome that they're going to create laws so you cannot mandate vaccines, even in the future, if someone else gets the government. Now, I like that. We should do that here, too. Arizona. Employers must provide reasonable accommodations for employees with sincerely held religious beliefs, practices, or observances that prevent them from getting the COVID-19 vaccine. Exemptions can be made if it poses a hardship for business operations. The bill prohibits the establishment of a COVID-19 vaccine passport. However, healthcare institutions can require employees be vaccinated. So Arizona is not so bad, but there's some of it there. But that's already better than here. That's better than here. So Arizona, give it a thumbs up or down, you guys. Thumbs up or down. I would say not bad, not bad. Arkansas. I can't even say it. Sorry, guys. Arkansas. State agencies and state officials are prohibited from requiring people to get the COVID-19 vaccine as a condition of employment. Yes. These agencies cannot coerce individuals who refuse the vaccine by withholding career advancements, wage increases, or insurance discounts. Anyone from Arkansas? Arkansas rocks! Right on, man. I like it. I like it. And how they're talking, I think they like freedom. So, yes. Michigan. Anyone from Michigan? In a bill that passed in both chambers, any entity of the state that receives funding from producing, developing, or issuing a COVID-19 vaccine passport is prohibited. Oh, any public funds are prohibited from being used to implement a vaccine mandate program of an employer or state government. So that's kind of a little bit iffy. It means that you can still do it, but it's prohibited if you make money from it. How is that? Is that really work? Does that really work? Arkansas. Of course. I'm sorry, guys. Arkansas. It's Arkansas. I have to talk American here. Okay, this is just the ones who are like positive, right? It's 11 states. Next one, Montana. An employer cannot discriminate against an employee based on their vaccination status. Yes. They cannot refuse employment. Yes. Withhold wage increases based on having a COVID-19 vaccine. Yes. I'm saying this a lot. I don't know what's going to happen to this video, guys. Well. I'm reading a newspaper. But it's important to understand what's actually happening with all this stuff in different places in the world. So you can kind of gauge what's going on so you don't feel alone. Like yesterday when I was told by the news, by the premiers here of this province, you have to be vaccinated or else you're screwed. I mean, you feel alone. You feel like, oh my God. So this actually helps. Look, there's some really, really very positive developments here. So Montana is listen to this. I mean, this has a lot of information in it. Montana says an individual cannot be required to get a vaccine that only has emergency use authorization or is undergoing safety trials. But I think, which one was it? The Pfizer one that got approved by the FDA by being normal use. So this is kind of a little bit iffy, but it's already good. Bravo, Montana. New Hampshire. Employers can only mandate a vaccine as a condition of employment if there is a direct threat to the safety of others that cannot be reduced by reasonable accommodations. That's a little iffy. Any government agency is banned from compelling individuals to get the C-19 vaccine or provide proof of V status to receive a public service or use a public facility. That would be the pools. So yes, New Hampshire, I can come and I can swim in your pools. Hooray! What are you guys saying? Stefan Elephantine. Are you guys here? Stephanie from... Can you tell me the website says the fifth element? This is beckershospitalreview.com. I just plugged in which states have vaccine mandates. It's this. It's really easy to find, right? Okay, where was I? Where did I say I can go swimming? New Hampshire? Oh yeah, New Hampshire. Let's go swimming in New Hampshire. There's only a few left. North Dakota. A government entity cannot require documentation of an individual's vaccination status to receive public services, funds, or use public property. Yes, a state government cannot require private businesses to obtain documentation of vaccination status for communicating the status before employment. North Dakota? Yes. Anyone here from North Dakota? Anyone? Pfizer's approved for the FDA for continuing emergency use. Thank you, Susan. I know. Oh, listen, I'm getting so many reports about the secondary effects, deaths, and everything. We know this. I just don't want to discuss it. I don't even feel I need to discuss this here because we know this already. We know this. But thank you, Susan. Yes. In my own family, there have been very terrible side effects for those who took it. My own family. And I know of people who've deceased as well. Not in my family, but friends. Family of friends. A woman in her 40s who dropped within 24 hours of receiving it. Super healthy, right? We know this, but we're focusing on what we can do now, right? I think it's important how we discuss this. I do not want to spread terror and more negativity because we know what's happening. We don't have to keep saying what's happening. We know what's happening. We want to find a way out, right? I like to focus on the solutions, right? Yes. So, Ohio, yes. Tennessee, a state agency, department, or political subdivision cannot require individuals to receive a C-19 vaccine. Yes, but what about private businesses or anything like that? I think Ohio was pretty good. Ohio, yes! Okay. Texas. I know a lot of you are from Texas. The famous Texas. I was in Texas once. I thought it was pretty cool. Texas. In a bill that passed both chambers, employers are banned from refusing to hire, discharging, or discriminating against an individual because the individual does not provide proof of COVID-19 vax status. Texas, you rock. That sounds pretty good. And if that's the case, I don't think they will require the customers to do that either. Is that right? Woohoo, Texas, says Shelter. Hello, wonderful souls. Mush love from Sweden. Hello, Sweden. I think Sweden is pretty free. I have friends in Sweden. I hear in Sweden there was never any lockdown, never any mandates, and now that the plague is going down. It's going down. There's not many people anymore. I heard good things about Sweden. Maybe I'll go to Sweden. Okay, the last one, Utah. A government entity is prohibited from requiring an individual to get the COVID-19 vaccine as a condition of employment or participate in an activity before it's fully approved by the FDA. It's quite good, but this approval thing is not so good. But anyways, so here we go. So you see what's going on? And I would like to direct your attention to something very interesting, my friends. Very interesting. So, remember where it all started. We know, yes, Wuhan, okay. But in Europe, where did this start? Where did the Black Plague start? Where did the worst cases, like the worst last year, where was that? Was it not in Italy? Isn't it interesting? And what is Italy? Italy is where the Vatican resides. What do we know about the Vatican? Very interesting, isn't it? The Black Plague started there too. Many, many interesting things started in Rome, in Italy. The black merchants of Venice started there. So actually, many hundreds of years ago, Italy was actually the point where all those draconian laws started, where these ruthless merchants of Venice started moving up through Europe, and they landed in England. In England, isn't that another place where there's a lot going on with this plague? All the demonstrations, all the lockdowns, very controversial. Is that not true? Isn't that interesting? So, Vatican and England. And who do we have in England? The Queen Bee, the head, if I may say so, draconian, or if you don't want to even go there, the head monarch, oppressor of the world, Queen Elizabeth II. I have a video pending, by the way, where with my Starseed Origins group, we had a session where we analyzed all the royals, their Starseed Origins. Very interesting. Very interesting. And what's that other place that wasn't on this list of the United States? Was it not Washington? New York, Washington, D.C.? What's going on there? Heavy lockdowns. That's the third place, right? Where the President of the United States resides. So those three places of power, very significant places. The Vatican, Italy, Queen Elizabeth, England, and the United States. Those three places are very significant, and that's where it's really going down. We have our eyes on those places. So that tells you a little bit about the agendas that are playing out. Somehow everything always seems to be culminating there. And something else that I kind of noticed was a place which I feel is very significant for our ascension path is West Coast North America. California, right? To me, California has always been, maybe not politically speaking, like I say, don't talk about politics, but the people I know, California has always been for me very bright, a place of light, like a center of the earth. The whole North Coast, like that's why I was drawn to live here on the West Coast, right? California going all the way up Washington, all the way up to BC. That area of the West Coast, North America is very important. And what's happening now? Boom, boom, oppression, total oppression all along the coast. And I feel that is also there for a reason. They're doing this for a reason to keep the light down because it's a great place of light, I feel. I've always felt that. So it's interesting to kind of notice the different hotspots in the world. And I feel those places that are struck almost like, woo, like Australia as well. It's a very light place. We have a lot of light workers there. Hawaii is being struck right now. There is many places in the world that are full of light, full of ascension energies and potentials. And they're trying to like press the hard restrictions there, subdue the spirit and soul of the people. Right? Does that make sense, you guys? Coming from those three centers. We're talking about the Western world now. And it's very interesting how right now, and this is what I feel that this great oppression that's coming, it's too late to really take hold long term. In the eastern parts of the world, I'm sorry if some of you are from China or from other countries, but I mean, I think we can agree that there are many countries in the eastern part of the world that are very oppressed and where this purge took place hundreds of years ago. The Chinese Cultural Revolution, right? China for me is an ancient place of great wisdom, great light. But hundreds of years ago, the dark agendas cracked down and they were actually successful. China right now is very oppressive. And it's not because China is a bad place. Chinese culture, Chinese medicine. The only medicine I ever receive is Chinese medicine. The only needles that anyone can stick in me are from an acupuncturist. The only medicine I take is Chinese medicine. The culture, the philosophy, the wisdom that comes from there. This was all destroyed, or they tried to destroy it in the cultural revolutions hundreds of years ago. Well, not hundreds, but a long time ago. And they, at that point in time, the world, the globe was not connected like it is now. But now, if they try to do this to us, the Western world, I don't think it's going to work. We've come too far. They did it successfully to many countries in the East, not all of them, but look at North Korea. That's like the worst. For me, North Korea is the worst, the absolute worst. What's happening in Afghanistan now, when I was in Germany, I knew some Afghans 20 years ago who had lived under the Taliban, who then had fled. So believe me, I know all about this. I know about this history. And I have like a different viewpoint of what's going on right now. If you look at the world history, it's one history of oppression, of negative forces at the top trying to oppress anyone who is going against their ultimate power, rule, thirst for blood, money, all of that. We know that. So we know that the negatives rule the world. But I feel, my friends, that we have come too far. The light is too bright. There's too many of us who have truly awakened, and I don't think they can do that anymore. So looking at all of this from just a historical perspective, and obviously we always look at it from a 5D perspective, I feel that this is the last surge of negative forces. And even if you say that out, if some of you are watching this who are new to this YouTube channel, if you just think about bad humans being greedy and wanting power and wanting the resources and money for themselves and dominion, if you want to just see it that way, okay. But this has happened throughout of history. And right now it's the last surge of these negative forces really trying to take over, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We have the interwebs. We have these networks. We have awakened people. We have too many, and we have more people awakening every day. So it's not going to happen. So I just want to encourage you, whatever's happening, like what's happening to me in my province, stay strong. How you react matters, not what happens. How you react, how you deal with it, how you stay strong. Let the anger and let all this move through you. And stay sovereign within yourself, no matter what choice you make. Like I said, if you stay right where you are, if you say, okay, bring it on, give me this thing, I'll be fine. I'm feeding my family. I'm an undercover agent for the light, and I'm taking this because I feel I need to. Amen to you and power to you as well, right? This here, in this community that we have, we do not exclude anyone. No matter what you do, you are loved, you are upheld, you are supported, because you are an individual sovereign being. Whatever choice you make that choice. And we're magical beings. I truly believe that. No matter what happens to me out there, I can transmute it. I can overcome it. The power of your soul is stronger than anything physical, right? That's why we are on a spiritual path. That's why we want to live our multidimensionality. That's why our soul in our body has to be awakened, has to be connected to us, because it's so much stronger. They can do anything to me. Even if they kill me, I don't care. Like, I'm not afraid even of death. Really, I'm not. They'll just come back faster in a younger body, maybe as a man, right? Where I can, in this manly world, maybe have more power and box a few people, like I said in my last video, right? So every corner of the world, yes. And I mean, if you're here watching this live stream, we already are privileged. And whoever you are, if you are privileged, it's because you've earned this privilege. Like where you're at right now, the very situation you are in, you have earned it through karma, through lifetimes, through choices. Even if you're in a negative position, a little bit more disempowered, I'm not saying it's your fault, but it is your path, and you're there for a reason. Wherever you are there for a reason. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And you have created your reality wherever you are. And I'm thinking the same. I'm so grateful and so happy that I was able to awaken a little while back, and that I was able to create this paradise for myself and create a sovereign, strong base for myself, that I have more freedom now. And the more you make choices aligned to your soul, the more power, sovereignty, and freedom will manifest in your physical reality. It's really true, right? And you have to believe that. Even if you're in a place right now that's really, really, really difficult, you can at any point in time start searching for that higher vision, that higher timeline. What is it that you want? You want to be free. You want to have a beautiful life. You want to, whatever it is that you want, you hold that vision high and keep it open. And anything negative that happens, you look at it as a mirror saying, wow, okay, I'm going to use this to know what I don't want. I'm going to use this to catapult into a higher timeline. I'm going to use this to motivate myself. Do you see, like, my energy is so much higher? I'm even more motivated, although these negative agendas came down upon me in my life, in my province, but not onto my soul, not into my life path and purpose. It's never going to happen. I'm sorry. No. Right? So that's what I wanted to tell you today. So let me see here. What are you saying? You needed to hear that. You feel selfish checking out from society with so much suffering happening. Don't feel selfish, Lydia. If your way is to check out, retreat, regroup, stay low-key, undercover, that is perfect and fine. We all have to deal with this in a different way, like I said. Every single one of you has the right to react the way you react, to cry, to retreat, to move away, to say yes, to say no. But I'm just telling you, tune into your soul. Find that divine spark. Believe that you're a divine being of light. Believe that we are all moving to a better place. Believe in yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Be compassionate to yourself. We all have different sensitivities. One person may be so sensitive and can't handle any of this and wants to go into the woods. Kudos to you. Do whatever you need to do to keep yourself alive, to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself in a high vibration. And I always like to just be open to my highest timeline every day. What's my highest timeline? What's my highest timeline? Bring it on, whatever it is, to get me into that highest timeline. How can I serve best? How can I bring more light into the world? How can I reach more people? Right? And love, of course. Yes, A Course in Miracles teaches you to forgive your enemies. Remember when we talked with Stefan about the lions? The lions that came in to initiate me, that taught me absolute unconditional love. The lions love, the elephants, the lions too, but the elephants, they love unconditionally, even the ones who murder them. We can learn from that. And it's made me a little bit more understanding of those who go along with the agendas, even those who say, yes, we should mandate, because many people are just afraid and they truly believe it's the only way, and they truly believe that we need this to help mankind. Most people believe this. Most people are not evil or bad. Most people are just at a different vibration. They have different truths. They don't understand. So we have to be compassionate towards those as well. I said in my second last video, those are damned who support the mandates. And it was a bit extreme. They're damning themselves with karma, but I've learned now to even feel compassion to them, because they truly believe that that's what's needed. They truly believe mandates are needed. This is the only solution. And if we don't all do this, we're all going to die. People do this out of that reason, right? So being compassionate is always good. It's never bad to have compassion and love for all of humanity, right? I mean, I draw the line a little bit for those who are truly evil, because that does exist. It does exist. So I'm like, okay, we have to draw a line somewhere. But those who have been coerced and put under the spell of fear and are going along with it because of that, for those, you must have a little bit of compassion, please. Yes? Okay, so I think that is my message for you today. It's been 1 hour. I hope you feel a little bit uplifted by this message. I hope you find this interesting. You still love the people who chose the VAX? Absolutely. I was actually referring to those people who support mandates, which is what we don't want. Even feel compassion for them. because they feel that if we don't put these mandates on others, we're all going to die. They feel it's the only right thing to do, and they just don't understand the implications of taking away other people's freedoms and choice. A lot of people just don't understand that, right? I understand this because I grew up in Europe partially. I know the whole history of Europe. I know. We learn about fascism over there. We are very clear on it, right? So, yes. What are you all saying? Some people are taking the scenic route to 5D and others are on the interstate speeding down the fast lane. Both roads get you there. Yeah, you're right. Yes, that's right. So thank you, everybody. And again, I want to encourage you to, if you want to be part of my inner circle, where we, like seriously, my inner circle of Starseed Origin people, where we have Telegram groups. Every day I go in there to support. You can ask any questions. You will have my personal support in there. We have live streams. Tonight at 5:30, we're having a live stream. So if you're interested in really going deeper and at the same time learning how to connect with your higher self, your soul, to, like, this is a course in psychic development, actually, right? If you want to be initiated into all the good things, and if you want to learn about all the Starseed origins at a deep level, join us. It's really worth it, my friends. It's worth it, right? It's really a good class, this Leslie. Yep, you're in it. Look, Stephanie's in it. Leslie's in it. A whole bunch of people here are in the course. Yeah. So I guess we can just continue with the next live stream there. My Telegram group, that's the private group. The Telegram group is a private group for the people in my course. We actually have 5 Telegram groups, right? It's the best course ever. Thank you, Stephanie. You're the best ever too, Stephanie. Stephanie is the one who's in Africa, by the way. Yes, just so you know. There are openings. Yes, the course is open now all the time. The course is open permanently. You can come in. I just have to check your eligibility in the Akashic Records. Not anyone can come in, right? If you want to come in, I gotta check you if you're okay. I gotta check you if you fit in. But most people can get in, right? No worries. If you're a positive soul and if you are a light worker, and all of you are, then you are allowed to come in the course. So I do have to check it, right? Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. I will do more lives. I love you all. Stay strong. Connect with your soul. Don't sell your soul. Do what is right for you, no matter who says what. For you. Do what's right for you now, for your soul, no matter who says what. And I support you in your choices, all right? Love you all. Bye for now. Adios.